Haiti in this moment of need, the Haitians of Washington. The damages caused in Haiti by the earthquake of January 12, 2010 are unimaginable. But the response from the international community, from Asia to Africa, from the United States, from Canada, from all of Latin America, from the Caribbean, from Europe, all the way to the Middle East. This response, thanks to its swiftness, thanks to its size, was commensurate with the disaster. Today, here and now, I would like to thank the American people. I would like to thank Congress. I would like to thank the administration, and you in particular, Mr. President, as well as your wife, not only for the material aid, but also for the moral support, the psychological support that helped us realize that we were not alone, and that provide us great comfort in our distress. You, thanks to your statements, sent a message to all of those who provided help to Haiti. Needless for me to repeat that which you said. So I would like to thank you for having made it possible for these people to come to help us. Mr. President, for me, this is also an opportunity to express my sympathy, my condolences to all of the American families for whom members of their families were killed, injured in Haiti during this earthquake. Dear friends, we must draw the lessons from what occurred in Haiti. These are lessons for all of mankind. The Haiti earthquake was immediately followed by the earthquake in Chile, as well as other earthquakes throughout the world. And the countries that have seismic risks are not merely those countries which are located on top of seismic faults. In fact, the tsunamis, which are the repercussions of broken faults, threaten other regions as well as the United States. In addition to earthquakes and tsunamis, global warming is a major concern for the entire planet. We must draw the lessons from what occurred in Haiti. The massive, spontaneous, generous help was a good response to the disaster. However, its effectiveness must be improved because effectiveness depends on the quality of coordination. This is why I support the idea of the creation of so-called red helmets within the United Nations. And these would be an observatory, a warning system, a provision system for natural disaster, and a humanitarian force which would be the equivalent of the blue helmets. It was proposed that there should be so-called red helmets, a humanitarian force, in order to intervene, and that would work in a coordinated manner as soon as the first minutes after a disaster, which are fundamental to saving lives. Mr. President, during our meeting, I mentioned what Haiti's preoccupations and priorities were. Our priorities are first and foremost, as you said, protection of those people who today are homeless and who must be relocated. And in parallel, we must prepare the rainy season, which just last week has already caused the deaths of 15 people. And at the same time, much more basically, we must deal with the need of rebuilding Haiti thanks to an effective decentralization policy, namely offering health care, education, jobs to all Haitians, men and women, regardless of where they live in the country, in order to prevent migratory flows towards the big cities, towards Port-au-Prince, and that will help avoid that disasters such as the earthquake would cause so many victims. On March 31st, there will be at the United Nations an international conference in order to support the reconstruction of Haiti. I do hope that all participants will share this philosophy, this vision of decentralization. And at the same time, just as the first responders, I do recommend the concept of a coordination via the creation of a trust fund, a donors trust fund whose implementation would be done, followed according to a unique procedure carried out by one executing agency. We talked about this, and I do know that we can already count on your support to be the advocate of that ID during this conference in support of our vision. Thank you very much.